Hey guys, and welcome to your Movement Minute. My name is Ryan Maxwell, and today we're going to talk to you about the adjoining segments of the body. What are the adjoining segments, you ask? Well, these are the parts of the body that attach our limbs, like our arm and our leg, to our spine. And when we think about global movement and how we're supposed to move, these adjoining segments need to be stable before we move the limb. We always want to move from the inside out. Last time we talked about the bracing of the spine before we would move. Well, the next segment in line from the inside out would be the adjoining segments. So we have our scapula, or our scapulothoracic joint here, and we have our innominate, or our hip bones, our ilium. So these hip bones attach the femur to the spine, and they move in a reciprocating pattern before we move our legs. Our shoulder has to move in a protraction and retraction motion before we move our arms. It's important to understand that before we move the limb, we stabilize the adjoining segments and then move the limb in a fixed and stable joint. So if we don't do that, we are going to create accessory motion into the limbs where we can start to see injury cycles down the kinetic chain. Very important that we understand that reciprocating pattern of movement from a protraction and retraction standpoint for your arms, and from a nutation and counter nutation movement for your innominate or your hips. Those are two segments that we'll talk about in future episodes. But for now, just remember, you would move from a stable spine from bracing. You would move, again, the adjoining segments as you would move your limbs, or before you would move your limbs, and you would create efficient global reciprocating patterns of movement. Once again, if you have any questions on today's topic, reach out to us at admin@fluidhealthandfitness.com. And again, we'll see you soon.